month and one day of Donald Trump terrifying and destabilizing our allies by cozying up to Vladimir Putin and insulting President Zelensky and claiming that he and Ukraine started the war. 1 month and one day of Donald Trump's administration deporting thousands of migrants, many of whom have no criminal record at all. 1 month and one day with no relief, none. Things going in the wrong direction on the question of inflation and the price of eggs. 1 month and one day of all that, we now have a better sense of what will oppose Donald Trump and his anti-democratic overreach, what Newton's law for every action and equal and opposite reaction might look like in our country and sounds like. Things like this.
Will you make sure hungry kids get fed and 5-year-olds aren't picking berries? Or are you going to?
I take education very seriously. I think AI can be transformative.
What is school lunches?
Why is this being jammed down the pipe so rushed and sloppily?
So,
Use a scalpel.
my understanding is when you say you have this many employees that you have to cut, that organization decides who they're going to cut. Now, they may make...
It's clear from all the writings of our founding fathers that our great republic was never meant to be ruled by a dictator nor a king.
A room full of ordinary voters who gathered at a town hall in Georgia last night to hear Republican Congressman Rich McCormick. And he's the one who got an earful from his constituents. He was greeted by boos and catcalls as hundreds of critics jeered his backing of President Donald Trump's agenda during his first month in office. Then there was this. A little bit ago, inside the White House State Dining Room, the Democratic governor of Maine refusing to back down when Donald Trump sought to bully and threaten her publicly over enforcing his administration's restrictions on transgender rights.
The NCAA has complied immediately, by the way. That's good. But I understand Maine. Is Maine here, the governor of Maine?
Yeah, I'm here.
Are you not going to comply with it?
I'm complying with state and federal law.
We are the federal law. Well, you better do it. You better do it because you're not going to get any federal funding at all if you don't. And by the way, your population, even though it's somewhat liberal, although I did very well there, your population doesn't want men playing in women's sports. So you better comply because otherwise you're not getting any federal funding.
See you in court.
Every state, good, I'll see you in court. I look forward to that. That should be a real easy one. And enjoy your life after governor because I don't think you'll be in elected politics.
I will see you in court. But the most comprehensive and eloquent rebuke of Donald Trump's first month came from Illinois' Governor J.B. Pritzker.
We don't have kings in America, and I don't intend to bend the knee to one. If you think I'm overreacting and sounding the alarm too soon, consider this. It took the Nazis 1 month, 3 weeks, 2 days, 8 hours, and 40 minutes to dismantle a constitutional republic. And all I'm saying is that when the 5-alarm fire starts to burn, every good person better be ready to man a post with a bucket of water if you want to stop it from raging out of control. Tyranny requires your fear and your silence and your compliance. Democracy requires your courage. So gather your justice and humanity, Illinois, and do not let the tragic spirit of despair overcome us when our country needs us the most. Thank you.
Tyranny requires your fear and your silence and your compliance. Democracy requires your courage.